really hoping that I would be a spy in Resistance, because that is the most fun in that game, and it's especially if you're playing with like a 10-player group. For those of you who don't know, Tabletop is a show that I created with Felicia Day and I host on Geek and Sundry on YouTube. And the show is about us playing tabletop board games with people who are interesting, YouTube content creators and writers and actors and musicians and just people that we like. And my goal with the show is to put more gamers in the world and sort of show people who might not really be familiar with nerdy board games what those games are like and why those of us who play them for hundreds of hours a year do that. And to sort of give gamers something to show their non-gaming partners, like, look, this is why I do this, and give people an excuse to get together and play board games. And so far it's been very successful. We've been able to actually put a lot more gamers in the world. Earlier this year we hosted the first annual International Tabletop Day, where we organized events in, I want to say, 65 countries on all 7 continents, including Antarctica. We were steps away from actually having Commander Hadfield on the International Space Station get involved. But then, as it turns out, the American government is just a bunch of fucking idiots. And it's so important to the Congress in my country that multi-billionaires save a little bit of their money, that we fund science research, that we were told that NASA's budget has been cut and cut and cut and cut, and it would probably not go over well if we were having spending money to have someone play games with us, which is fine. He wrung out a towel with water, and we got to see how surface tension works in zero gravity. So that's kind of that. So more to the point of your question. We played this game called Resistance, which is a game where you have a loyal group of resistance fighters working in the distant future against an evil government that's controlled by corporations. So it's sort of like the distant future of, I don't know, 2013. And then there's another group of players who are spies who are trying to undermine the resistance. And the real fun of the game is trying to figure out who the spies are and the accusations that get made. And in this episode, Felicia and Allison Scagliotti were the spies. And I play this game with Felicia all the time, and she's generally an open book. She's very easy to read and very easy to figure out where her loyalties are. And there is a reason she's such a good actor. And she just completely fooled me. I haven't really talked, this is the first time I've actually disclosed this publicly. One of the other players in the game is my friend Ashley Clements, who plays Lizzie Bennett in the Lizzie Bennett Diaries on YouTube. Okay, so I have the biggest crush in the world on her. I'm not kidding. It's like, if I had a book with hearts on it, she would be on it every page. It would just be her and John Barrowman. And then Nathan Fillion pasted on it. The thing is, I have such a huge crush on her that I couldn't look at her that much when we were playing, because it made me feel blushy and weird. And I was, if I had watched her a little bit more closely, I probably would have figured out that she actually wasn't a spy, and it would have helped me a little bit. But I didn't play any of that up. I felt unbelievably betrayed by Felicia, which is the goal of that game. And I was mortified at myself for not being a more intuitive, better player. But it is an incredibly fun game, and I know that I saw a vendor in the vendors hall that is selling tons of board games, and he's also selling a game called Bang that's very similar to Resistance. That's really a whole lot of fun. I could talk about games forever, so we should go to the next question.
I see a couple hands in the back.